UnkleDestiny here with you. It's time to get the reading in for January and seeing what the first month of 2018 holds for everyone. So I want to remind everyone this is a general reading for the month. Anything more specific, best to contact me directly at the link below. And we see what the ancestors have for this next year. So let's go ahead and get them in and see what this month of first month of 2018 has for everyone. And welcome back. So we've thrown the bones, and here's our spread, which is rather interesting in and of itself. Now, as always, we have our three main bones, and if you're the first time here watching one of our videos, these three bones are focused on primary elements. This one is work, this one is family, this one is home. Now the family and home bones are right next to each other, so they're running in parallel. So there's going to be things about your home and your family life that are going to be very much linked together. And I'm feeling that they're going to be actually rather, in some ways, quiet, but there's going to be changes. As I said, they're running parallel, but they're not necessarily interacting with each other. How this can manifest, it means that there are things that are going to be going on with the family, as there always are. But the way they're going on, they're going to be parallel and not interacting with what the things that are necessary for the maintaining of home. Now, home often is that aspect of, let's say, the care and maintenance of the house, what you're determining as your home. Because here's the thing, home is not just a physical location. It can be a mental location. It can be a spiritual location. It can be, for some people, work is their home. For some people, being out in nature is their home. So those things are going to run parallel to each other. And just as equally, what your family is not just the family of blood, but also the family that you choose, the family of the choice to be in someone's life and the acceptance of someone who's willing to be in your life for good, not ill. So they're going to run parallel to each other. They have a slight meeting point here towards the end. And with the fact that the way they come together, there is going to be that link and that acknowledgement on that deeper soul level of the connections that are being manifest between the sense of home and the sense of family. Now, over here, we have the work bone. Now, this is the one that's slightly off, and it's slightly at the edge, which is interesting. I sense that there are some new things that are going to be coming in on the work front, but also exiting on the work front. Namely, new positions, new requirements, perhaps even new areas to work in. So if you've worked often in a section, say in finance, you might find that there's something in the engineering department that actually works with you, your ability with numbers. Equally, if you've worked in a section that is all about the care and maintenance of the elderly, you might find that there is something to be done in the care and maintenance of not only children, but maybe even animals. New things coming in, new things and things going out, but there is definitely a change coming with work. A change of position, a change of department, a change in thinking about how you deal with that area. And the more open you are and being flexible with that change, the better. Because holding on and staying stuck to an old ideas or an old way of viewing yourself is going to allow for more discomfort. It's going to allow for more angst. It's going to allow for more stress. This is a time and act in letting go and being able to allow what is being let go to become the fertilizer for what can grow. So fertilize so that something can grow. Let go, be flexible. Now we move back to our bigger area, which is mainly this section here, which is made up of a lot of the support bones, which are the ribs, the spinal bones. We also have the quartz crystal, the copper piece, and the shell. This is going to be a much more fundamental aspect to what is going to be happening in the month of July. There is much going on here in the elements of memory, in the elements of the spiritual connection that we hold, as well as our sense of protection itself. And again, because the shell is on the interior side, again, it's about the internal. It's about what goes on within, not just our mind, but within our spirit, but within our body. Now, depending on the state of things, that body can be the one we live day to day in. It can be the home we live in. It can be the business we're in. And frankly, it can also be the country, city and county and country we live in. Much is going to be going on in this next month that is about bringing to bear these issues of memory and our spiritual and energetic connection to purpose. And understanding that we may need to reassess that purpose. Now, in this clustering, we also have, as you can see, the broken rib bone. And that point is going across this rib bone here, which breaks up in that aspect of what is going in with inspiration. Now, the proximity of it also to the quartz crystal says that there is something that's going to come up, a memory, a expression of the past that is going to be decisive. It's going to be something that is being split through, and the fact that this image of the past, this idea, this principle, this idea that has been here in the past and has been used as an inspirational point is going to get damaged. It's going to get shattered. It's going to get skewed. Now the question is, who's doing the skewing? And why was it skewed? And that's part of also what's going to be playing here in the memory. Now, we also have some of the spinal and tailbones. Again, this is about the brain and knowledge and the support system that holds the entire body together. And this is the tailbone, part of the tailbone, which provides balance so that things can walk and be stable. So this is about the issues of providing stability. This is the issues about the central structure and support that forms everything that's going on internally, as well as we have another support bone. This is near the tip of the tail itself. Again, balance. So the question of what has this memory that is being skewed? Is it a memory that has provided us good balance, or has it provided us bad balance? Has it been constructive or destructive? And so we need to assess this memory that is being brought here, and seeing, is it serving the purpose for where we are now and where we want to go, or is it serving the purposes of an idea of the past that we also need to let go? And spirit is also here very much in the fact that it's also eclipsing these, again, spinal and tailbones and rib bones. Spirit is trying to provide balance, and there is a balance that needs to be refound here. As we move into the other ones, again, all about balance and our minds and the structure that holds us together, and that purpose and that internal purpose. That internal purpose is what needs to be accessed and reevaluated. And a periodic reevaluating of things is always good. Questioning decisions is always a good thing. It's knowing when is the right time to question those decisions and when is it bad. That is part of our learning and assessment. That is part of our growth as overall human beings with free will. The overall sense I feel here with this structure and the pattern that has fallen reminds me very much of, and you may, depending on where you are, you may have seen like a cactus that has the needles growing out of it. There are some that will grow out of one spot, and there are some places that have multiple spikes coming out of it. And the cactus's needles are there to protect it and the soft center. So these parts here are the needles pointing out to protect this stem, this leaf, and so forth, that it's time to be assessed. And we can no longer make it all just about these things out here. We need to make it about what's going on here. We need to heal what is going on in here. And that means looking at memories that might not be serving us any longer for our benefit. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and bring this to a close, and I wish you all a good January 2018, and look forward to more readings in this coming year. Also want to remind everyone that there's going to be PantheaCon in February, and I do plan to be there. So, wish you all well. On behalf of the ancestors and the spirits, Ashe.